Hi guys, Sharper back once again with another Mintin box, and today we're going to be looking at Kamen Rider Rogue from the Rider Kicks figure line. Now Rogue was a major antagonist in the Build series and has one of the freshest suits of that show, and I'm glad I get to take a look at least one figure of him because I haven't had the chance so far. We've got cross-sell with the other Zeo figures and the majority of the Build boys. Now that this guy's released, you now have Team Build fully assembled. Very nice box overall, but nothing much to say about it, so we're going to dive straight into the figure. Taking a look at Gentoku Himuro is pretty nice overall. It's a very lovely shade of purple, very rich, very regal, and yeah, he's got pretty much all of the details you could expect from this figure. But there's something about it that's putting me off him. I don't know what it is, because I love the suit, but there's something about the figure that's just not sitting right with me. I don't know what it is. It's a good figure overall. I just don't know what's bugging me about it. But anyway, we'll get into it. It's got a nice head swivel, somewhat hindered by his collar. You got very nice arm articulation. The pauldrons move up and down to give you more space. The legs have a very nice range of movement. You've got a very deep knee, and you've got ball jointed feetsies. One of the things that shocked me was his chest articulation, because he doesn't have an ab crunch. He has just a solid waist swivel, which looks goofy and is even goofier to mess with because it makes him feel like a weeble. Biddy wobbles, but he don't fall down, except when he does. Very nice glossy black with the white cracks of his motif picked out, and some very nice metallic blue. Is that like an eggshell blue? Maybe? Yeah. Helmet sculpt is very nice, in keeping with the alligator motif of everything. The white on his shoes is a nice little touch, and overall he is just a very nice figure. Oh, and there's one detail that I think makes this figure for me. He's got his warning breakable logo on his back, on the back of his head. If this figure had come out without that on, I guarantee people would be up in arms, because that's one of the cutest design details of any rider suit, I think. So yeah, overall really good articulation and whatnot. But what about his accessories? Well, he's got a couple posing slash splayed open neutral hands, which are good for gesticulating and the like. Pop his hands out and just show them very quickly. Now, given that he was both a very intimidating villain and a comedic sidekick in this form, I'm sure you could do some pretty menacing or even comedic poses with him. But if you want, you can just have them as his neutral hands, because they're pretty good in that respect. He also comes with, if I swap over his hand again, because he's going to need it, he comes with a nice little purple version of the Trans Steam Gun. What he used to transform with now is just his primary weapon, and he holds it pretty effectively. But this doesn't have the peg in it that the Genem and Was figures that I've previously reviewed had. But he doesn't need it. He holds his Trans Steam Gun very tightly, and it's a great looking piece, looking ready to shoot a fall. It looks a bit like Ryotaro's in this way. It's a very nice purple to use for that if they ever get around. Oh, it's got a nice a slight sparkle to it. I hadn't noticed that before now. There's a very slight metallic edge to it. That's cool. Overall, I really like Rogue. He's a great representation of the character that everyone came to love in the Build series. From ambitious heel to just a really fun guy to have around, and in the end, a redeeming hero. It's great to see him included with the other Build boys, and I'm sure people are going to love him, especially for the fairly cheap $24.99 that you'll be paying for this figure. As always, I've been Sharpo. This has been Kamen Rider Rogue from the Rider Kicks figure series. And I'll catch you guys next time on Mint in Box.